Om Shanti. Good morning, Sasha. Am I audible? So today is Sunday. We listen to AV Murli today. And the series of 1994 Murlis is going on. Original date of the Murli is 5th December 94. So after a few Murlis, then 95 series will begin. Today is 14th of May 23. Also, happy Mother's Day to all of you, to everyone, to all the mothers, and all you have mothers, right? So to everyone, happy Mother's Day. Baba also says Vande Mataram. Baba always remembers mothers. And when Baba says mothers, Baba is talking about the motherly traits, the motherly qualities. So when we see it in a spiritual sense, the two things, even if we are in a physical body, souls are in the body, so of course, some traits are influenced by the role. So when the soul is in a female body, then more of those traits are visible, possibly visible. And it is demonstrated in the behavior, and that is the reason Baba has given the leading role to the mothers, means including the Kumaris and mothers, everyone, to sustain, because mother's role is to sustain. Actually, who is our mother? Baba always says Brahma Ma, Badi Ma. Brahma Ma, Shiv Baba father and Brahma mother. But then Baba was in Sakar and in a male body. So Baba specially appointed Mama, who's in a female body, as the mother of the Yajna. So in that sense, Brahma Baba is father of the Yajna, and Mama became the mother of the Yajna, Yajna Mata. Although she was a Kumari, but you see Mama's role, everyone used to love her so much. Even now, when they recall, when they remember Mama, it's with so much of love. So in this special Mother's Day, we remember our Brahmama, and also we remember Mama, Yajna Mother, and not only remember and admire them, their qualities, but at the same time, we emerge those qualities within our character. And mothers, if in a sense, if we say the quality is sustenance, sustaining everyone, and sustenance requires many other qualities. Nurturing, sustaining, for that you need tolerate, you need to accommodate, you need to adjust. And also, mother's quality is that for a mother, every child is loving. Yeah. Some children are very powerful, some children are a little weak. So the mother will have love for every child. So ignoring the weaknesses, not only ignoring, but actually empowering. Mother's love is such that it can empower the weakness of the child by highlighting the qualities. Then what happens is when you focus on somebody's qualities, then they also get power. They get the self-confidence. So even if they have some weaknesses, slowly, they will recover from that because they will have the courage, they will have the confidence that if I can do this, then I can do that also. So, such should be our language, our words, our thoughts, our feelings should be such that it empowers others, it nurtures others. So on this Mother's Day, not only remembering your Lokik mother and wishing them, that is also important, but at the same time, emerging those motherly qualities from within. Okay, so that should be the aim of our celebrating this Mother's Day today. Om Shanti. So today's Murli, title of the Murli is The Need of the Present Time is for you to create an atmosphere of an attitude of unlimited disinterest. Before we start the Murli, may I request all of you to open your videos? If possible, please do that. The need of the present time is for you to create an atmosphere of an attitude of unlimited disinterest. Because when Baba says unlimited disinterest, it's exactly opposite to disinterest. It's exactly opposite to escaping, ignoring, and avoiding. So disinterest is not at all equal to ignoring someone, escaping something or someone, or running away. Not at all. So if in case in some situation your mind is defining disinterest as that way, that is completely opposite to Baba's Shrimad. So let us understand how Baba is looking at us and what Baba expects from our role right now, and why there is a need of unlimited disinterest, and what is that? Today, Baba, the ocean of love, is seeing his loving children who are merged in love. This godly love is not attained by anyone except you children. All of you have this special attainment. Do you have this special attainment? Yes, Baba. All of you children have attainment, but here comes but. After but, now you will check yourself. So all of you children have attainment, but the first stage is to simply to have attainment. So that is the first stage of attainment. Simply, I attain, I receive that from Baba. And the second stage is to be absorbed in the experience of the attainment. Experience of the attainment. Baba is later on defining all that, so you will keep checking that. The first aspect is that all of you say, which all of you say, with the intoxication of having attained something, that you have received the Father's love. Yeah, this attainment everyone experiences. At least we say that with intoxication, that Baba loves me, right? We have received God's love, Father's love. So we have that intoxication. You have found the Father, that is, you have received love. I found Baba or Baba found me? What would you say? I found Baba or Baba found me? You found Baba or Baba found you? What would you say? Reply. Who says? Baba 找到了我. Okay. We didn't have the strength and power to find Baba. We didn't have the wisdom to find Baba. We tried our best. We tried our best. Half a cycle. We tried. We went to so many pilgrimages. We did so much of bhakti, devotion. We did a lot to find him, but we couldn't. And finally, Baba came and found us. So now God has found me. That means it's for sure that he loves me, right? So we all have this intoxication that he loves me, Baba loves me. That's why he found me. So the first very attainment is Father's love. So everyone has the first stage of attainment, but it is number wise in being constantly lost in that experience. Now, this is a question actually, which I need to ask myself. Do I have that constant experience of being lost in that experience of love, Baba's love? Am I? If we are, then we will not have any trace of sorrow, any name and trace of sorrow anywhere. Check it. Those who remain absorbed in godly love cannot be separated from his love. This is the sign. The sparkle, intoxication, and rays of experience of souls who are absorbed in godly love are so powerful that, let alone someone coming close to them, they don't even have the courage to raise their eyes to look at them, even from a distance. Means their eyes will not go towards anyone else, not even in the thoughts, because they're so much absorbed in Baba's love, they don't need anyone. They are not beggars of love from anybody else. And beggars of love are in different form. You should understand me. You should respect me. You should acknowledge me. I did so much for you, but you don't understand me. All this is like begging for love from human beings. If I have the experience of being absorbed in God's love, I cannot have this stage. They don't even look at anybody. Why this person is always, upset with me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yes, we do our best. We try our best to be nice to everyone, be kind to everyone. But we are not affected. Don't be affected. Cannot be. You have so much intoxication. So Baba says, if you constantly have this experience, you would not have to make any type of effort. Effortless effort. You see, effortless effort. Spiritual effort should be like that. So if I'm absorbed in love, even in Lokik also, if you do something out of love, then you don't feel tired. If you are feeling tired, that means you're not doing it right. Not doing it right. Like you go to the gym or you go do any kind of exercise, yoga without guidance. Now, some people do. And sometimes there is a muscle pull, sometimes there is some injury, because they're not doing it right. And they need a trainer who will guide you. This is the right way of doing. And when you do it in a right way, then you do it very smoothly. Like the physical exercise also like that. Same way, same way. We all are doing seva, we all are doing effort, making effort to purify ourselves. We feel that every one of us, we feel that we are using Baba's points. Everyone is listening to the same points. But if you are feeling tired on the way, tiredness means I cannot do that. I'm not able to do this. I cannot achieve that stage. This is mental tiredness. This is mental tiredness. That means you have to check that you are not doing it right. Somewhere, some method is not being followed properly. Take guidance or whatever, but fix it. Fix it. If you keep doing in that way, then you cannot walk on this path for a long time. If you keep doing it wrong, Because everybody, of course, feels that, yes, I have understood what Baba said. But still verify. Verify. If the result is not happiness, if I'm not constantly happy, if I'm not constantly, Baba is saying, sparkle, intoxication, and rays of experience of those souls, absorbed in godly love. If all this is not there in my life, that means I need to check, stop, check. Am I doing it right? At present, you have to better to try and have yoga. Try to do yoga, sitting and then cannot focus and fight. Inside there is a fight. You sit for yoga, but because you are not absorbed in that experience, there is sometimes yoga and sometimes is a battle. And now tell me, do you experience battling? Sometimes there is experience and sometimes battle. Yeah, honestly, we should check this. I belong to the Father. I belong to the Father. You have to bring this into your awareness again and again. It's not only when you sit in yoga. Our yoga is not about sitting only. Our yoga is, we have a yogi life. In my life, whole day, whatever I'm doing, am I absorbed? Anybody? I am in the kitchen, I'm cleaning, I'm working at my workplace, anywhere I am doing anything, somebody looks at me and they will see that I am beyond. And not only somebody, but it's like I am in God's love. Whatever I am doing, that is my yoga. So bringing this into my awareness again and again, knowing is one thing, but bringing it into smriti, in my awareness, that is important. Remind myself. We all need reminders. That's why in Madhuban, from the beginning, Baba Dadis made the system. It is even now written everywhere, reminders. Shiv Baba yaad hai? Do you remember Shiv Baba? It's written everywhere. Do you remember Shiv Baba? Do you remember Shiv Baba? So in the beginning, Baba said that when you meet each other, remind each other, do you remember Shiv Baba? Later on, the system was stopped because many people have so much ego. They say that, who are you to ask me? Do you remember Shiv Baba? Or you yourself remember, first look at yourself. So the system was changed that, people feel like offended. But the system was created to help each other, right? We can help each other by saying, do you remember Baba? So it is a support system Baba has created for all of us. It is because you have forgotten it and that you have to bring it into your awareness again and again. So the battle between yes and no, or between remembering and forgetting, does not allow you to experience the stage of being absorbed in love. Because absorbed in love means constant remembrance, then you have that experience. Sometimes remembering, sometimes forgetting, then I am again trying to remember. So in that battle, I cannot have the experience of absorbed, merged in love. But that stage will come. If I constantly make effort, then that stage will come. And for that, loveful experiences for Baba. And one thing Baba said, attainment today. Remembering the attainment. Because when you experience and you bring those attainment into your awareness, then you have more love. Yeah, what I have received from Baba. Then you have more love for Baba. So at the present time, you children have to better and make effort. There are a lot of battles between the wasteful and the powerful. Vyarth or samarth. Wasteful and powerful. There is a battle inside. Waste thoughts also coming because that is our old habit for many lives. And then powerful thoughts, what Baba is giving us. The two are fighting all the time. So there is a battle. In some children, the sanskar of seeing waste has become their natural nature. Baba is noticing that in some children, what sanskar is very much visible? Seeing the waste. Some have developed such a natural nature of listening to and speaking or thinking about wasteful things that they do not even realize that they are doing it. So it has become so natural thinking about waste. There are many things, it's none of my business. It's not my business. I'm still looking at it. Why this thing is here? Why this person speaking like that? Why she do like that? So it's just become so natural in some people that they don't even realize that it is waste. But Baba is bringing this to our notice. So if at all I have this sanskar in any percentage, I should be careful about it because it's taking away my energy. Okay, even if you saw somebody's sanskar, but spending half an hour, 1 hour thinking about that person's sanskar, I should work on myself instead. I wasted so much time and energy thinking about other people's sanskar, thinking about the things. Think about it. Already we have limited time. We don't have that much time that and it's of no use also. If you just talk about that person or think about that person, can you change? You can't even change. We all know that now. Why to waste? Focus on, you remember the inside circle? Inside circle, the things in my control, not the outside circle. Only focus on that. Even if someone gives them a signal, now these children, because they don't have realization that they are wasting, others will say, why you waste your thoughts? So Baba says, if somebody is giving them a signal, because their sense is that of Maya, they consider themselves to be very sensible. They feel that what we are thinking is right. Yeah, or they feel like it's important, it's necessary to think in that way. Other person is giving you a signal that this is waste. Don't waste your time. They are well wishers. They are telling you don't waste your time and energy. Baba says, but they are influenced by Maya so much, they don't realize that they are wasting. They still keep on thinking. Keep on thinking. Check, change. Okay, Baba's this Murli is very important. Either their sense is Maya's or they develop carelessness. Either it is Maya or they will develop carelessness. Means because this becomes your natural nature. You know, if waste thoughts become your natural nature, then you don't care about changing that because you don't even realize. So you become careless about that aspect of your nature. That is what Baba is saying. Then they will say, this happens all the time, this continues all the time. Means it's okay, it's normal, it's fine to be like that. We are human beings. Of course, as human beings, we will have some thoughts, it's fine. Justifying carelessness. So which form of Maya? Very dangerous form of Maya is carelessness. In that carelessness inside is a devil. And that devil is speaking from inside. It's fine, it's okay, it's normal. As a human being, it's fine to do that. I think everybody does that. So this devil of carelessness sitting inside, justifying our wrong actions. And when it justifies, then what happens? Then you don't even try to fix it. When you say it's okay for a human being, you are not ordinary human beings. Baba says we are in the process of making of deities. From ordinary human beings, we are becoming divine human beings. We are not ordinary human beings. So ordinary human psychology doesn't work on us. We should not apply those ordinary principles of psychology. Don't. You're not ordinary. Remember that. So Baba says, so because it is Maya's sense, they would think that there is no one else who is as knowledgeable, as yogi, or as much of a server as themselves. So they swing between these kind of thoughts. So they will have the thought that, okay, I'm a yogi, no one else is that yogi. See, I wake up at Amrit Vela, maybe there are many people who are not waking up. I wake up in the Amrit Vela, I do this invisible, incognito ego. I do this, I'm making very good effort. I am a yogi soul. So that kind of invisible ego is there. And actually, that is a barrier. Ego just changes the forms. Before, there was ego of body consciousness or different types of egos of your qualities. Now, ego comes of these qualities. Suppose I am following some kind of Shrimad, I am becoming pure. But there is ego of becoming pure. It's very subtle because ego just changed the form. It is still there. It's not dead yet. So very important to understand this. Go inside. Don't look at others. She's doing that. She's doing that. He's doing that. Don't look at others. Otherwise, you don't have time to realize your own devil sitting inside. This is also another form of carelessness. Carelessness, devil inside, will not allow you to look at yourself, look at your own weaknesses. It will point out others and make yourself comfortable. Okay, at least I'm better than them. On this path, we cannot say I'm better than them or I'm worse than them. Everyone is on their own journey. Comparison cannot come in this spiritual journey. So Baba says, so because it is Maya's sense, which Maya's sense, one is wisdom, godly sense, divine sense. Another is Maya's sense. So at that time, they are using Maya's sense. So because of that Maya sense, they would think that there is no one else who is as knowledgeable, as yogi, or as much of a server as themselves. Why? Because at that time, the shadow of Maya influences their minds and intellect in such a way that they are not able to decide anything accurately. This is where Maya attacks on the mind and intellect. It will not allow you to think accurately, allow you to decide accurately. The sense of being Mayavi yogis. So Baba calls them, Baba is giving them new title. They are yogis, but what kind of yogis? Mayavi yogi. Means yogis under the influence of Maya. They are sitting in yoga, they are remembering Baba, but under the influence of Maya, very subtle thing. And Mayavi Gyanis. Mayavi Gyani, having knowledge influenced by Maya. Means Maya will let you use the same points of Baba's knowledge in a negative way. Words will be from Baba's Murli. But there is an influence of Maya. Using in an incorrect way, which is actually depleting your energy, not empowering you. If the point of knowledge is not making you powerful, rather you feel miserable, then this is Mayavi Gyani. Baba has, no one else can describe it so beautifully the way Baba describes the things. Mayavi yogis and Mayavi Gyanis makes them move away from the godly sense. So one is godly sense, another is Mayavi sense. So Maya is influencing slowly and taking you away from the godly sense, using the same tools of knowledge in a wrong way. same language. This is the amazing thing about Maya. In fact, even Maya's sense of understanding is no less. Actually, Maya understands everything. That is why Maya manipulates. Right now, when we are listening to Murli, Maya also sitting and listening, right? And creating a question paper out of the same Murli. Maya is listening to Murli, and Maya is understanding the Murli. Baba says Maya has the great sense of understanding, no less. Those who have yoga with Maya are also unshakable and constant yogis. See, another wonderful thing. They are also unshakable and constant yogis. They have yoga with Maya. Therefore, they are not able to understand the difference. All of you know the intoxication of the words spoken at that time, do you not? It is such great intoxication. This is why Bap Dada constantly tells you that time, tells you children to remain merged in the ocean of experiences of attainment. Experiences of attainment. This is something related to what recently we've been talking about, gratitude. Because gratitude is a great way of empowering the soul. And why? How gratitude will come? If you have the sense of attainment, if you look at the attainments. So Baba is saying the same thing. First is remembering the attainments, then experiencing the attainment, then merging yourself in the ocean of experiences of attainment. To merge in the ocean means first to be an embodiment of all unlimited attainments, the same as an ocean, and then to come into action. Bap Dada checked the chart of children everywhere. We check our chart every day. Now Baba is checking. And Baba's checking system is different from our checking system. Now Baba is checking the chart. Let's see what Baba has seen and where do you stand. What did Baba see? Baba is telling what did Baba see in our chart. According to the closeness of the time, because now time is very less. The time of end is very close now. So Baba says, according to the closeness of time, it is essential for you to create an atmosphere of the attitude of your unlimited disinterest in a practical way. This is required for now. You speak of unlimited disinterest. You extract many points. If we ask you to make notes and study the Murlis and take out some points, extract some points of related to unlimited disinterest, Baba says you will do that. You also give good lectures. All of you have these points, don't you? The majority of you has passed in speaking and thinking of the points. We can think about unlimited disinterest, we can churn about, we can speak about it. We are doing that. If you were to give ready-made lectures to these little Kumaris, they would be able to do this. Some little young Kumaris are sitting in front of Baba. Baba says, if you give them the points, they will also give a good speech, good lecture on that. The easy meaning of having a correct attitude of disinterest is definition Baba is giving now. The easy definition, easy meaning of having the correct attitude of disinterest is even while coming into connection with souls. While coming into connection, not ignoring, not escaping, not avoiding. even while coming into connection with souls, while using facilities. Disinterest doesn't mean that I don't use the facilities. Or while receiving the fortune of being a chancellor in getting a chance to do service. Yes, disinterest doesn't mean that I don't have interest. Didi, you give this service seva to somebody else. I'm okay with cleaning and I'm okay with some ordinary stuff. You give this to somebody. No, getting the chance and becoming a chancellor means take the chance, whatever chance is given to you, do it. And while doing that, when coming into connection with everyone, let there be the balance of being loving to the same extent as you are detached. Unlimited disinterest means while doing everything, not escaping, not avoiding, not ignoring. Understand this. Disinterest doesn't mean that I leave everything, I just do my own work. That is limited disinterest. That's not unlimited. Unlimited is while doing everything and inside I'm detached, but as much I am detached, that much I'm loving. That is called unlimited disinterest. This is a very beautiful balance of being detached and loving while coming into actions, while coming into connections with people. Write down this definition and revise it. Very important, because many people, they just catch one word, disinterest is equal to detachment, and they often use it in a wrong way. That I want to be detached, I don't want to be involved. Without involving, how will you do seva? You will give a wrong message to others also. If you detach in a wrong way, other people will also get a wrong message that spiritual people are like this. Everyone is enjoying, you are sitting on one corner. You say, no, 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 I don't get involved. I am detached observer. Detached observer is not like that. Suppose everyone is enjoying, you are also with them, but inside that is a stage of detachment. Not physically, you step away, you run away from them. Not at all. That is easy. Sannyasis also do that. We are not sannyasis. Sannyasis do that. They just leave their homes, leave their families, go to the jungle, or go sit in the temples. That is not our path. Our path is family path. So while living with everyone, we have to practice that. This is what is required. So Baba says sometimes the percentage of being detached increases. Now, in this balance, sometimes up and downs are coming. So Baba is telling, this is Baba's observation of our chart. What we write in our chart is, I get up at 3:30, tick. I did my Amrit Vela, tick. I listen to the Murli, tick. This is what we do in the chart. And Baba is checking subtle things. So Baba says sometimes the percentage of being detached increases and sometimes the percentage of being loving increases. There needs to be balance. Baba says equal, equally detached, equally loving. To be loving means to have the feeling of being an instrument and being humble. The definition of love. Loving doesn't mean that I hug everyone who comes. That's not love. It's not about that. It's being the instrument consciousness and being humble. However, instead of this, you have the consciousness of mine. This is my task. Any little duty is given to somebody, they start feeling that this is my task. Because we are used to that way for 63 births, we are used to that way. My duty, my seva. Wrong consciousness, incorrect. So instrument. Baba is responsible. I being a humble instrument. This is my task. This is my place. I have received all these facilities according to my fortune. My fortune means I did great something in the past, so I have received this fortune. The wrong consciousness of mind. So instead of being grateful to Baba, thankful to Baba, that Baba has given me this opportunity, we start feeling like mine. That's wrong. So Baba says, I have accumulated these facilities and brought this place, this service and service companions. Students are also companions to this point and with so much effort. Suppose you give Gyan to somebody and they became Baba's children. Then you have this kind of proud. See, I shared Baba's knowledge and they became Baba's children. So is it your Gyan? Is it your Gyan? You are just the instrument. You shared it and they came to Baba, Baba doing his work. Always remember that I'm just an instrument. They are mine. Is there no value given to the effort I made? Which value do you want? Do you want that somebody should always keep appreciating me, that you're doing good? If I am expecting that kind of appreciation, that means I want to eat the fruit right here. The fruit that I accumulated, my fortune, I want to eat it and finish it right now. Let it be. If nobody acknowledges, if nobody appreciates, I should be more thankful. They are helping me to accumulate my fortune for future. Anyways, what you have done it is counted. But don't even have this in your consciousness. That's what Baba wants. They are mine. Is there no value given to effort I have made? Is there a difference between the feeling of being an instrument and having the consciousness of mine, or are they the same? Sometimes using the word instrument, then again in that, but consciousness is of mine. I am the instrument. I am the instrument. So if I have this, I am the instrument, they should do this or do that, they should listen to me, then it becomes wrong. Using the word right, but the consciousness is wrong. The consciousness of mine has increased in a royal form. Now it is coming in a royal form. Bap Dada hears a great deal of such royal language and royal thoughts of consciousness of mind in the heart-to-heart conversation. So sitting in front of Baba, having Ruhan with Baba, heart-to-heart conversation, and Baba is hearing this consciousness of mind, and Baba will describe it now. They come and talk sweetly to Bap Dada. This is how they talk. And the instrument souls, they talk to Bap Dada and they talk to Nimit. They talk to the instrument souls with a lot of love. They look like very sweet, very much loving. They talk to the instrument souls also. Baba, only you can help me in this. What do you think? Is this not my task? Consciousness is mine, my task. They're talking very sweetly, but the consciousness, you see, is this not my task? Is this not my responsibility? Should I not receive my right? It was my seva for last 5 years. Now suddenly it was given to somebody else. Don't you think that it is my task? I should be given this responsibility. Think about it. You become very clever at giving knowledge to the father. Baba is smiling at such children, and Baba says that you are giving knowledge to Bap Dada, that Baba, this responsibility should be given to me. Means you will decide. Then this is instrument consciousness. Is it? That instrument is deciding, give me this seva, not that seva. Then this is called instrument. Tell me. You are told that you don't do this. Today your duty is this. And you say, no, I will do that only. You give this to somebody else. Is this instrument consciousness? What do you think? Instrument means this is surrendered. Intellect is surrendered to Baba. Baba, I am available. Instrument only means Baba, I am available. You use me in whichever way you want to use me. That is instrument conscious. And after doing that, while doing that, and after doing that also, instrument is humble because I am not doing. I'm just allowing Baba to do. And if instrument, suppose the mic, hmm? Now this mic says, no, not now. You give this opportunity to somebody else. Give them a chance. I can do something else. Means the instrument is there, but it's not available. If this instrument is not available, then what will Baba do? Baba wants to do something through you, and you are not available. This mic says, no, right now, no. There is another mic there sitting there. You give him a chance. He wants a chance. You will decide. You will decide, or let Baba decide. Let Baba decide, whatever. You see, that day we were talking to the Madhuban brothers in Hong Kong. And somebody asked them the question. Now they are taking care of the channel, the media, all these things. So some sister asked them, is it your professional qualification before coming into Gyan? He says, no. His qualification is something else. And there are many brothers and sisters like that. They graduated in some other field, but Baba is using them in some other field. And they become expert in that only because they said, Hanji Baba. I tell you my own thing. When I came into Gyan, when I surrendered, I had the thought, I said, because I was very shy, very hesitant in speaking. Public speaking was not my cup of tea. So I just told Baba, I can do cleaning, I can do anything else behind the stage. Don't put me on the stage. And you see, from the day one, I came to the center from the day one. Suddenly, it seems like suddenly it happened, but actually it is Baba's plan for the soul. I was always avoiding, and in my Lokik life also, before coming into Gyan, I used to say that I can become anything else, but not a teacher. I will never become a teacher. I was so reluctant in becoming a teacher because in my study I was good. I used to say that I can understand, I can study as much as I want, but I cannot teach others. I cannot explain anything to others. So that was me before I surrender. And but one thing which I decided from the day one, that I will never say no to Baba. And Baba, how Baba speaks? Baba speaks through Didi, Baba speaks through the instruments, through the seniors. Baba brings some seva to me. I will not say no. Now it was very difficult for me. The day one in the center, I started living in the center, and Didi comes and says, there are some new students, you have to give them the class. Day one. Less than 1 year in Gyan. Before that, I'm coming from home, and I just started living. Day one, I said, Baba, what are you doing? I said that give me any other seva, not this. But the only thing which helps you is Hanji. Yes, Baba. So that is instrument consciousness, that whatever, Baba, I am available. And that skill, even if I don't have that skill, Baba will give me that skill because I said Hanji to him, so he is responsible. If I have I consciousness that I don't have this quality, who are you? You're just the instrument. Baba will give you the quality. Baba is responsible. Understand? So Baba says, Bab Dada continues to smile when they give Gyan to Baba. Baba, am I not responsible? Should I not be given this task? Baba says, you are instruments. Whatever I receive, however I receive it, Wherever you make us sit, whatever food you give us, whatever you make us do, we will do only that. This is our promise with Baba. Write down. When we belong to Baba, we give this promise to Baba that whatever I receive, jo khilao, jahan bikhao, whatever you give me to eat, I will not have a question mark. No, I will not eat this. I will eat this. This doesn't suit me. That doesn't suit me. That is not surrendered. Surrender has a very deep definition in everything. Even if it was not suiting you before, it will suit you now when you have a surrender intellect. Baba knows. Baba cares for you. So everything will be fine. But if I have I consciousness that I have to take care of my body, then Baba will not. Let Baba take care of you, not yourself. This we have to finish. Now, I and my. So Baba says, this is the first promise of everyone. Did you make that promise? I repeat it again, this promise. Write down. Promise of instruments, promise of Baba's surrendered children to Baba. Whatever I receive, however I receive it, wherever you make us sit, whatever food you give to us, whatever you make us do, we will do only that. Then is there any question of Baba, why you give that job to that person, why not to me? Is there any question of this kind of thing? Cannot be. So this is the first promise of everyone. You made this promise, did you not? Is this a promise or is it just in terms of eating and drinking? We fulfill the promise in eating and drinking, that part. But in the room, I need a better room because she got a good room. I also need a good room. Some people, when go to Madhuban, they have thoughts for the rooms. She got a better room. I didn't get. So this promise applies to every situation, right? When I promise means promise. Baba, wherever you make me sit, wherever you make me sleep, I will go there. Isn't it? Disinterest in the consciousness of mind is unlimited disinterest. New types of the consciousness of mind are emerging even more. Now, new types, Maya, it is the same thing of mind, consciousness of mind, but it is emerging in different ways in different situations, new forms every day. At present, Maya is casting a shadow of new types of consciousness of mind. This is why the closeness of time is not being revealed. Because we are not visibly close to our perfection stage. If you are visible, that people can see that you are becoming divine, but that divinity is not coming because of the consciousness of mind. And that is why people also cannot see the closeness of time. We tell them that the time is very short, but it should be visible from our patterns. It should be visible in our behavior that time is close and we are so disinterested. We are detached. It should be visible, not visible. We look ordinary. How will people believe you? How will they trust you? Hmm? So Baba says that's why it's not being revealed. Whether they are Jnani or Agyani, both say that situations of the world are very bad. Right now, this is the situation. Everyone understands that situations of the world are very bad. Sorry. How much longer can this world continue? How can it continue? Everyone has this question now. Situations are becoming worse. Nevertheless, the world is still continuing. It's becoming worse, but it is still continuing. The foundation of the closeness of time is an unlimited attitude of disinterest. How to bring the time closer? Bringing the time closer means my stage comes closer to the final stage of perfection. My internal stage comes closer to the final stage of perfection, of divinity. That is the meaning of bringing the time closer. Then closing ceremony will happen, then golden age will come, right? So Baba says, what is the foundation of that? Unlimited attitude of disinterest. Bap Dada checked. Baba is today telling us that he's checking. Bap Dada checked and saw that rather than you having an attitude of unlimited disinterest, Bap Dada, the expansion of new types of small and big attachments is very big. New kinds of attachments coming. Okay, I am now, before I was attached to my family, my children, my Lokik things and all that. Now I'm detached from that, but now new attachments are coming. This expansion has hidden the essence. New attachment to the place. Suppose Baba says you have to go to another city to do seva there. No, I will sit here, I will do seva here. Baba, you send somebody else there. No, what is this? Means you are not allowing Baba to do anything. Om Shanti. Can you hear me? Okay. So Baba says that this expansion has hidden the essence. So do you understand what you now have to do? So the main thing is hidden, the essence is hidden, and we are just into other expansions of attachments, the wrong track. So Baba says these attachments seem to be very tasty. You have tasted them once or twice, and so this taste pulls you. Taste of attachments pulls you. You are doing service, which is very good. But also check whether you have the feeling of being an instrument. You're doing service. In that, Baba says, okay, you have 100 marks, you're doing service. But this is the checking. After but is the checking point. Baba says, check whether you have the feeling of being an instrument or whether you have any feeling of attachment. You get attached to the seva also. You get attached to your tools of seva. Suppose you are using computer for seva, then you get attached to that computer, my computer. My seva. You are doing any kind of, whichever duty you are given, you get attached to. Now, someone else cannot do that. If someone else comes, you will have a sad feeling inside if that seva is given to somebody else. New kinds of attachment. Maya coming in a royal form. Maya coming in a spiritual form, in a spiritual costume. Maya wears a spiritual costume and comes to the spiritual children in that form. Very subtle, very subtle. This is my seva. Why it was given to somebody else? Instead of Baba, Baba, you do not say mine, mine. Do you? Baba did that. Baba's seva. Baba gave the quality. Nobody should know that who is doing that. In Madhuban, you come to know. There are so many big things are happening. Do you come to know? We see the person giving the class, but there are hundreds of preparations before and after the class, cooking and everything, stage preparations, hall cleaning, setting, sitting arrangements, so many things. Nobody comes to know who is doing that. Nobody can see who is doing that. So no mine. You want to accept it as yours. And we don't even ask like, who cooked this? She cooked this. No. Not she cooked, he cooked. Who made this? We don't have this consciousness. That is not in our system. What we say, this is cooked in Baba's kitchen. That is why this is cooked in Baba's kitchen, cooked by the yogi souls. That's why it has this energy. If you are remembering the human being, this person cooked it, that person cooked it, then again the consciousness is wrong. You're not remembering Baba, you're remembering that person. What kind of energy you are putting in that? So Baba says, so what will you do now? You want to accept it as yours, but it becomes mine instead. So what will you do now? Do you prefer to have the consciousness of mine? Bab Dada also told you earlier that you make a big mistake, very big mistake. While moving along, you make this mistake. You do not wish to make it, but you still make it unconsciously, making this mistake. You don't know, and you don't want to make it also. You don't have the intention. It's not that you intentionally do that. But Baba is bringing this to our notice that this is happening. Even if you don't want, but it is happening. What is this mistake? Baba is telling, no, that means we have to check it. What is this mistake? For others, you become judges. Whereas for yourself, you become your own lawyers. For ourselves, we are lawyers. I think internet is dropping. Can you hear me? Yeah. So Baba says, for yourself, you become lawyers. You should become your own judge. Note down, this is important. We become judge for others and lawyers for ourselves. How do we become lawyers for ourselves? For ourselves, we give justifications, reasons, excuses. If you did something and if you are given a correction, okay, this is not right, and you say, because like this, because this is the reason, this was the situation. So giving excuses like becoming a lawyer. This Baba has observed. And for others, you become a judge. You know, this person always does like that. You know, this person always speak like that. Judgment. Judgment for others, justification for yourself. Baba observed this. Baba says you should become your own judge, but you become the judge of others instead. This one should not do this, this one should change. See, even if you are bringing something to the notice of the instrument soul, you are telling that, you know, this person I observed like this. So as a well-wisher of the yajna, you say that it's okay. But you have to really check inside that what is your intention behind for the other person and for yourself. This one should not do this one should change. Whereas for yourself, what do you say? What do you say for yourself? This is absolutely right. Whatever I'm telling you is right. This one is like this and that one is like that. But that is, you are watching the other person through your own lenses, through your own glasses. But you feel this is right for the other person. So Baba says lawyers also prove the truth to be false and what is false to be true, and no one else knows as much as lawyers do how to give evidence. The lawyers are very good in giving evidence, giving the proofs of. So if you are doing that, using that, check, check, check. Very deep thing. This is a big obstacle in our self progress. It will not harm anybody else. It will harm only you yourself. Maybe you will become very good in the eyes of the seniors, in eyes of others. You will become very good. You will have a good impression. You because you know how to make a good impression. But it is an obstacle for your own self progress. It's a barrier. Don't do that. It will be your own loss. So Baba says you have to be your own judge. you make this mistake. To make remarks about others is very easy. However, you have to transform yourself. The slogan is World Transformation through Self Transformation. First is oneself. Did you hear what chart Baba saw? Everyone heard today what chart Baba has seen? Bab Dada also continues to smile, seeing the ways of Maya. Maya is so clever. She even makes master almighty authority souls belong to her. So what do you want now? You must create an atmosphere of an attitude of unlimited disinterest. Just as you create an atmosphere for service, you create programs. Let this attitude not just be intellectual, but it should be in your hearts too. It is in everyone's intellect that it should be like this, that they should do this. But there is now a need to create this wave in your hearts. Do you understand? Did you all understand this clearly? Or is it that you have understood it now? But after you get up from here, you will think, now, how can this be possible? Understood? But then Maya again speaking in different way. This is not practical. This is not possible. If these thoughts are coming, it is difficult to do this. It is easy to listen to this. It is easy to speak of it, but difficult to do it. So you would now not say this, would you? Will you say for anything, for any instruction but what Baba is giving us, would you say that? It's not easy, it's very difficult. You know one thing, always remember one thing. Whatever task, whatever homework, whatever instruction Baba is giving us, Baba will never give a difficult or impossible task to the children because he's our father. He's rather simplifying the things for us. Before, we used to feel difficult because we didn't have gyan, we didn't have the understanding, we didn't know the process, the way of doing that. And now Baba is telling us everything. Baba is making it as simple as possible, you know? And another reason why Baba doesn't give us difficult task or impossible task, because he is God and he's also our father. Because he is our father, so he loves us. And because he is God, so he knows if we disobey his instructions, we will have a burden, 100 times burden of disobeying his directions. So being a father, he will not give such instructions which we cannot obey. He will only give those instructions which we can obey, because he will not deliberately give such instructions that we cannot do and then we accumulate a burden. He will not give. Always remember that. So he will tell us, ask us to do something only that which is possible for us. So never feel that what Baba is saying is difficult or impossible. Never. He is our father and mother. We might doubt our capability. Baba knows our capabilities. He knows our strengths. We have forgotten. That's why we feel that. So always remember that. Because of love, you have come here. And Bab Dada has also come here. Look at how much power there is in love. Love brings the avyakt into vyakt. Avyakt, who is beyond body, avyakt means beyond physical. So the one who is beyond physical comes into physical body. Because of love, our love pulls Baba to come here. It brought all of you to Madhuban. This is love that we fly to Madhuban. We want to reach Madhuban. Every year we want to go, right? And if we get a chance more than once, also we will be ready to go. Out of love, All of you arrived here comfortably, have you not? What brought you? Was it the trains that brought you or love that brought you? What brought you to Baba? It's love, right? Where there is love, effort is not felt to be effort. So, like we said in the beginning, effortless effort. It doesn't seem like effort. Difficulties are not felt to be difficulties. If instead of these 3 square feet, you were to receive only 2 square feet, what would you feel? That is even more elevated than the beds of the golden age. Sometimes there is a lot of people coming in Madhuban, the accommodation is insufficient. There's not enough beds. So then what they do, they make bedding on the floors. It happened many times that everybody wants to come, and it's very difficult to refuse Baba's children. And then although there is a accommodation of 30-40,000, comfortable accommodation, and then in the galleries they put the mattresses and like that. Sometimes in the outside parks they put the tent, and the outdoor they make the temporary rooms there to accommodate Baba's children. So Baba says if you get only 2 feet, that is also fortunate, huh? So Baba says it is more elevated than the beds of the golden age. If you are in that consciousness, at least I'm in Baba's home. And if you are accommodating for the sake of love of God, if I'm accommodating, in my home, I sleep in nice beds and very luxurious facilities. But when I come to Baba's home, because of love, I accommodate, then I create more fortune, right? I will rather give my bed to somebody who is in need and I will sleep on the floor. It's so fortunate to be like that. So what can be, so Baba says, are all of you living comfortably or are you living here out of compulsion? Majburi. What can we do? We have to stay here. It's like compulsion that what can we do? There's no other choice, no other option. On the path of devotion, they make so much effort simply to be able to place their feet somewhere. Sometimes to go to any pilgrimage place, they feel that only if I reach there, reaching there is already a very great fortune. And even my feet, I place my feet there, enough. They don't think of any facilities or anything else there. Okay, you may not get 3 square feet for sleeping. At least you have 2 square feet. You had said, even if you give us a place at your feet. Baba says, remember in the path of devotion, when you were calling out God, you said, even if you give us a place at your feet, we would accept. You said that. However, instead of placing you at his feet, Bap Dada has made you into the queens of the floor. In Hindi, call it Patarani. Patarani has 2 meanings. The direct meaning is queen of the floor. And Patarani also means empress. Like in Golden Age, have emperor and empresses. So even so, you are in the courtyard of Madhuban. Even if you are sleeping on the floor, but they make it very comfortable. It's not that you are sleeping in the dust on the grass, not like that. But at least you are in Madhuban, in Madhuban's courtyard. No matter where in Madhuban you sleep, but you are inside Madhuban, in Baba's home, right? No matter where you sleep. Do you feel that? Do you feel that energy, that love? You never even dreamt that you would ever receive a right to come so close to the Father. It's Baba's home. In Baba's home, we say that even if I get a corner, I just get a corner to sit and take a nap, is also okay. That kind of feeling we should have. So all of you are happy, are you not? So if instead of 2 square feet, you were to receive 1 square foot, now Baba says, now reducing more, only 1 square foot if you receive, would you be happy? Hanji Baba. You would sleep while sitting, just in one corner sitting and sleeping. We can do that also, right? Some sleep well when sitting. When they go to bed, they cannot sleep. Yeah, you've seen some children, they when they sit in the class, they sit in meditation, they sleep very well. And when they on the bed, they say we cannot sleep. There are some Baba's children like that. The moment they sit for yoga, they start to fall asleep. Then they are like sleeping, sit in yoga. If you have to have continuous tapasya for 5 days, are you all ready? Now, here tapasya means tapasya is not only about sitting in yoga. Tapasya is stretching your comfort zone. Stepping out of your comfort zone is tapasya. Doing something which you haven't done before for the sake of achieving spiritual heights, for the sake of spiritual progress. When I'm ready to do something which I have not done before, means I step out of my comfort zone. Like for example, we come to Baba before, we never wake up it so early in the morning, but now I promise Baba I'll wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. This is tapasya. I make time for study. This is tapasya. Although I'm very busy, I'm doing other things. I was very busy, but I promise Baba and I make time. I steal time from here and there and I make time for study. This is tapasya. So now Baba says for 5 days ready for tapasya. This is Baba talking to those who didn't get a bed to sleep. So that is also tapasya. You're not used to sleeping on the floor, but now you're happily accepting that. It's okay, at least I am in Madhuban. And you're happy, more happier than sleeping on the bed. You feel so fortunate that I get this opportunity, you know, to create my fortune, because in less time we have to create more fortune. So we should have more opportunities like this where I can renounce something, where I have the opportunity to renounce something, to renounce my comforts. So Baba says, are you all ready? Would it be okay if you didn't receive any food? Now Baba is stretching a little bit more. Will that be okay if you don't receive any food? Or do you think that this will not actually happen? Do you think no, Baba is just joking? It will not actually happen. How can it be possible? In fact, you receive here in Madhuban even things you do not get to eat at your homes, right? When we go to Baba's home in Madhuban or in our retreat places also, you see, they make all kinds of varieties of food. At our home, we just cook simple. We don't even have time. But Baba nourishes us in every way, even in food also. However, you have to remain ever ready. If you receive it, it is good. If you do not receive it, it is very, very good. If you don't receive, someday suddenly Baba says today nothing is there in the bandara, no food. So it's very, very good. Baba says you should be ready for that also. Because everyone receives the Dil Khush Toli at Amrit Vela. Dil Khush Toli means happy heart. The name of the Toli was given by Dadi Prakashmani, Dil Khush. But actually, Dil Khush Toli means it's not any physical Toli. It's like the happiness of the heart which we receive at Amrit Vela. That Toli we all get. So Baba says, even if we don't get any food, at least we are getting Dil Khush Toli. And throughout the day, you receive the nourishment of happiness. So do you still need any food? Baba is asking, if you don't get food, are you ready for that? Yes. Yes, Baba, we are fine with the nourishment of happiness. Enough for us. Khushi ki khurak. Yes. So can you continue in this way? Can you not? We shall have a trial of this too. Be ready. The trial is coming. coming to the most elevated, fortunate souls everywhere, to the elevated souls who are constantly merged in the experience of all attainments, to the closed souls who intensify their powers of discrimination and decision making, to the instrument souls who are worthy of receiving blessings by having a balance of being loving and detached. Love, remembrance, and namaste from Bap Dada. So we reply to Baba. रूहानी बच्चों की रूहानी बाप दादा को याद गुड मॉर्निंग
Oh, namaste. Shukriya Baba. Shukriya. Thank you, Baba. Thank you.
शुक्रिया बाबा. Okay, so now Baba is talking to teachers. Everyone is a teacher in their own way. We all are students and we all are teachers also. So Baba says, just as the teachers have the title of teachers, so you teachers too should especially remain extra tight, strict in creating an atmosphere of an attitude of unlimited disinterest. Do not become loose in this, because the atmosphere of instrument teachers reaches many others. Because the instruments who are responsible in that role, so Baba says, their vibration will create the atmosphere. Therefore, just as you became obedient in bringing about transformation, so you teachers now have to perform this wonder. You made one lesson firm, that of being obedient in saying Hanji. But now make the second lesson of an attitude of unlimited disinterest firm, because you are instruments. So one lesson we all have made, that is Hanji. Now second lesson we have to make sure is unlimited disinterest. So instrument souls can be humble and carry out the task of renewal very easily. This year is now ending. Bap Dada will now see the sparkle of this newness in the new year. You did service. You opened centers. You brought about a lot of expansion. IPs came, VIPs came. This continues to happen. But an attitude of unlimited disinterest in doing service will bring many souls even closer. All this you have done. Now what is required? The attitude of unlimited disinterest. Serving through words brings them into connection with you. And serving them through an atmosphere created by your attitude will bring them close. Do you understand? Bap Dada sees the chart, does he not? You are instruments for doing service. This elevated fortune is not a small thing. This too is a special inheritance. You have claimed a right to the fortune of this special inheritance. Do you understand? Acha. Then Baba talking to double foreigners. All of you are listening, all of you are double foreigners. So somebody said that they have come from all places. Baba says double foreigners are clever. It is like sending ambassadors from each country. So it is like that actually, because why Baba says that? And sending ambassadors from each country, and when we go back, we come to Madhuban, And then from Madhuban, we go back to our countries like we are ambassadors of Baba to each country, right? So Baba says, it is good. It is an international Brahmin family. The speciality of double foreigners is that they constantly hold hands and have constant company. It is the foreigner's fashion to hold hands. In whose hands are you at present? In the Father's hands. You are those who constantly have your hand in Baba's hand and move forward. The hand is Srimad, and so let the hand of Srimad constantly be in your hand. In this, is this firm? Is this firm? Baba is asking. Baba's hand of Srimad constantly in your hand. Or do you sometimes get tired and so you let go of it? No, Baba. We never let go. Do you ever let go of the hand of Srimad? What if Maya makes you let go of it? You don't let go of it, do you? You don't let go of it for a short time, do you? So you are those who constantly stay in the company and those who constantly keep hold of the hand of Srimad. Those whose companion is the Father, those who have their hand in Father's hand, are constantly free from worries and are carefree emperors. So, are you carefree emperors or empress who have worries? Carefree emperors or the emperors who have worries? Which one? Emperors with worries? No worries. You are carefree because the hand and the company are both strong. Hand, which hand? Hand of Baba's Srimad. And company? Baba himself is my companion. So can I have worry? Cannot. So those from Nairobi have the hand and the company very firmly, do they not? Nairobi is sitting in front of Baba. So would you let go of it? Those countless people are powerless, and you alone are a master almighty authority. Therefore, the double foreigners have the intoxication that they have extra hand and company of Bap Dada. They have a lift. Acha. So now we receive Baba's blessing. Ready to receive, feel Baba's hand of blessing on your head. Baba is sharing his blessing with me. May you be knowledgeable of the deep philosophy of karma and keep your register flawless with the blessing of receiving a divine intellect.
希望你充分了解行为因果的深刻哲学，并已获得神圣心智的祝福，保持你的记录完美无瑕。
As soon as every Brahmin child takes birth, he receives the blessing of having a divine intellect.
每个 Brahmin 孩子一出生，他就得到了拥有神圣心智的祝福。
Only when there is not any type of influence of any problem, any company, or of your own dictates on your divine intellect, can your register remain flawless.
只有当没有任何问题、任何陪伴或你自己的指令对你神圣心智产生任何类型的影响时，你的记录才能保持完美无瑕。
However, if your intellect does not work at the right time, there can be a stain on your register.
然而，如果你的心智没有在正确的时间发挥作用，你的记录就会留下污点。
This is why it is said that the philosophy of karma is very deep.
这就是为什么人们说行为因果的哲学是非常深刻的。
People of the world repent for their actions at every step. Where,
世上的人们为他们的每一步的行为
whereas you children who are this is why people of the world repent for their actions at every step, whereas you children who are knowledgeable about karma never have to repent for your actions.
世上的人们为他们的每一步的行为而后悔，而你们这些充分了解行为因果的孩子们，永远不必为自己的行为后悔。
You would say, Vaha, my elevated actions.
你会说：“哇，我崇高的行为。”
Om Shanti. Slogan for today. Only with the deep inculcation of purity can you experience super sensuous joy. So the experience of super sensuous joy is directly connected with purity. Purity is the foundation of Brahman life. Purity, Baba says, is our personality. Purity is our royalty. So that is the Brahmin life's foundation. That is why the first slogan, what Baba has given to all of us is, be holy, be yogi. Holy means pure. Be holy, be yogi. So first is holy, then is yogi. Without becoming holy, without becoming pure, we cannot become a yogi. We cannot have a connection with Baba because Baba is the ocean of purity. So to connect with the ocean of purity, we have to become pure. When we become like Baba, at least some basic traits, then I can connect with the source of purity, the ocean of purity, Baba. Okay, Om Shanti. So let us sit in Baba's remembrance now.
में मैं मगन हो गया तेरी याद में मैं मगन हो गया न जाने मैं किस लोक में खो गया न जाने मैं किस लोक में खो गया तेरी याद में मैं मगन हो गया मेरे दिल की बातें तो दिल से सुनता कहो क्या मैं मुख से तो पहले ही सुनता मेरे दिल की बातें तो दिल से सुनता कहो क्या मैं मुख से तू पहले ही सुनता तेरे प्यार की इंतहा अब कहाँ है गगन से धरा मिल रही ये जहाँ है तेरे प्यार की इंतहा अब कहाँ है गगन से धरा मिल रही ये जहाँ है गगन से धरा मिल